We start with chapter 13, foreign exchange risk. We have three learning objectives in this chapter. So first of all, we will start our discussion with understanding the foreign exchange rates, different types of transactions, and sources of foreign exchange risk exposure. We will see how foreign exchange volatility affects financial institutions, and financial institution means the value of assets and liabilities of a financial institutions. And last of all, we will see that how financial institutions manage foreign exchange risk exposure. So first of all, we start with an introduction to foreign exchange risk. The globalization of the financial services industry has meant that financial institutions are increasingly exposed to foreign exchange risk. Foreign exchange risk can occur as a result of trading in foreign currencies, making foreign currency loans, buying foreign issued securities, or issuing foreign currency denominated debt as a source of fund. So in this chapter, we look how financial institutions measure and evaluate the risk they face when their assets and liabilities are denominated in foreign currencies, and when financial institutions take major position as traders in the spot and forward foreign currency markets. So first of all, foreign exchange rates. A foreign exchange rate is the price at which one currency, for example, Australian dollar, can be exchanged for another currency, for example, US dollar. Foreign currency markets have a well-defined set of conventions for quoting foreign exchange rates. Those are the direct quote and indirect quote. Direct quote is the amount of home currency received for 1 unit of foreign currency exchange. So you can see the example here. So again, I say the amount of home currency received, for example, $2.5 received for each British pound. Okay, so that's a direct quote. The amount of home currency received for each unit of foreign currency. The foreign exchange rate is also quoted indirectly. So indirect quote means the foreign currency received for each unit of home currency exchange. Okay, for example, for each Australian dollar, we can get 0.4 pound. So it means that for the foreign currency received for each unit of Australian dollar. So foreign exchange market can quote the foreign currencies either in direct quotation or indirect quotation. And the other two basic type of foreign exchange rates and foreign exchange transaction is spot and forward. The spot foreign exchange transaction involve the immediate exchange of currencies at the current spot exchange rate. A spot transaction can be conducted through the foreign exchange division of banks or authorized non-bank foreign currency dealers. On the other hand, a forward foreign exchange transaction is the exchange of currencies at a specified exchange rate or a forward exchange rate at some specified date in future. Okay, so it can be illustrated, the spot transaction and the forward transaction can be illustrated by this diagram. You can see, so this is a spot foreign exchange transaction. So this is time 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the transaction occurs at time 0. Okay, it means that you can see exchange rate agreed or paid by the buyer and seller, and the currency delivered by seller to buyer. So at the 0 time, the exchange rate is agreed, and the buyer paid this exchange rate to the seller, and the seller deliver currency to buyer. So everything occurs at 0 time. That is a spot exchange rate. On the other hand, that is a spot exchange transaction. On the other hand, forward exchange transaction is the exchange rate is set or agreed at 0 time. For example, here the exchange rate is agreed between buyer and seller. However, the payment of this exchange rate and the currency delivery will occur at some future date. For example, let's say here. So here, buyer pays the forward price for currency that was set 3 months back, and the seller delivers the currency. Okay, so you understand probably that this forward exchange transaction is actually entered into by the parties to lock into a particular exchange rate if they expect that the exchange rate will fluctuate much in the coming times. In the next video, we will be discussing the sources of foreign exchange risk exposure and the financial institutions' strategy to manage this exposure. Thank you.